Knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones now throwing again. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Step hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. He can run for it, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw, it's Wentz. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go, here we go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Saints have taken the lead. Luck's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, dude. Get it.
Now Jones, off the play fake. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
First down, Golden Eagles.
Down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rip right, rip right.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Huge off Parker. Smooth.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
General West. On the ball. Up goes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
Ready, set. Recon, 132 fighter.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle. Another
throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he finds Cook as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Wentz. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Wentz now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 74.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
First down and goal to go.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd down and goal to go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
It's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Jones. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
90, Wolf. Hey, Delta.
56, Mike, 56.
Go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Defense.
On 3rd down, Jones. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Ready to break.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Go. 180.
Here's Wentz to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Focus, defense, focus.
Wentz now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Great.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, Hayward!
Mike's 47! Mike's 47!
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switches. Hey, empty. And
on the counter, here's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings us 3rd down and 13.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. This to Jarwin. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 5. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Jones now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Come on, let's go. At their own 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do?
And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, tighten down.
Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.